What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am so super stoked to have you guys here. As you can tell by looking around, things look a little different today, don't they? I took down the black background. I just want to kind of get more of a natural feel of it, the way it would look. Because, I mean, I'm just recording in a spare bedroom, right? It's not a deep studio space, so I kind of wanted to go a little more minimalist so that I'm not spending so much time setting every shot up, and I can spend more time on the actual videos. So let me know in the comments how you like it, if it works, if it doesn't, just let me know either way. And also, if this is your first time here, welcome. We're doing a promotion right now that my regular viewers know about, where we're trying to get to 500 subscriptions or 2,000 hours watched in the course of another couple of months. If we can do that, I'm gonna do an editing contest and try to help you guys grow in your editing capabilities. If you're here, chances are you're looking for low-cost ways to do content creation, and one of those really big ticket items that I think I have a way to help you save some money on is your camera. Now, I don't know if you're like where I was a few months ago, where you're trying to decide what the best starter camera is, but if you are, then you've probably noticed that really it's hard to figure out what is the best starter camera. Like, I watched a lot of YouTube videos and I was really not impressed. I felt like people were saying what they felt like they needed to say to get sponsored or to get money off of their affiliate links. Now, I do have affiliate links in my description. Anything I have on here, I do put in there, but that's because I believe in what I use and I want you to be able to get it. And yes, there is a possibility that if you click on one of my links and buy something, that I will get a commission from it, but I'm not going to promote something that I don't use. And that's why this review is on the camera that I use every day, which is the Canon EOS M200. So the reason I like this camera, the reason I chose it, when I was really trying to break it down, it was basically the same reviews over and over. Oh, it's a great starter. It's really simple. It's easy to get to learn how to use a camera. It's great I saw a lot of people saying it was the ultimate camera for vlogging. It's not the ultimate camera for vlogging. So it was really hard for me to make the decision on what camera I wanted. Like I said, I didn't trust all the reviews that I was seeing on YouTube. And I mean, when I looked at the specs, a lot of them were really similar from camera to camera to camera. So I was trying to figure out what it is that made them different. Now, I do like Canon cameras, I always have. Canon does really well with color. And so that was really like a really prime thought I had, is I want to stick towards a Canon camera. So I narrowed it down to the M50 and the M200. Now, I did ultimately go with the M200. And the reason being is that I liked the fact that it was lightweight. So I have this little tripod, which is actually like a selfie stick tripod. I have another one that's like a gorilla pod. And I have a couple of more small tripods that I had used for my phone. And I didn't want anything that was going to weigh exceptionally more than my phone, because I didn't want to have those tripods go to waste or have to get a new tripod. And so I really wanted to keep it lightweight. I also liked the fact that it had this flip up display and I could be watching myself while I was recording. Those were two really key things that I liked. I did like that it was 4K capable, though I don't generally film in 4K unless, I mean, even on my phone, I don't always film in 4K. I think I am right now, but that's literally just because I already had it set up that way. I didn't really specifically do that for this video. I can tell you the negatives on that is that the 4K is only for 10 minutes. I have tried to use it for some of my YouTube videos, and you can only go for a 10-minute, and that's not saying it's only 10 minutes straight through. It's like every 10 minutes, this thing is going to overheat and shut off for 10 minutes. So you have to keep that in mind, that it will overheat fast if you try to run 4K. And when it overheats, it takes at least 10 minutes to cool down. You can drop it in like little quick 2-3 minute clips, as long as you have like 5 minutes in between. So if you do like I do, which is a lot of tutorial videos, then you're gonna be able to really utilize the 4K. But if you do a lot of the talking head style, you're not going to utilize the 4K as much, so it shouldn't be a big selling point for you. The other thing I don't like about this camera, there's really only 3 things I don't like. I don't like that the 4K is only 10 minutes. Even though I don't use 4K, I feel like it would be better to not have offered it than to offer it in such a limited amount. You also can't plug a microphone into it. So the only ports you have are your HDMI, your USB, and your SD card. You can't plug a microphone in. So the audio, you have to get the audio directly off the camera. Let me turn this guy on real quick and let you see. Oh, I take it back. There's a 4th thing I don't like. I am not a fan of the autofocus. I'm not a fan of autofocus, period. I do like the fact with this one, it has with this one with the autofocus, it does focus in on your eye, but it's a really, really, really slow servo, so it takes a little bit of time for the autofocus to work. Now, as I said, you can't plug a camera in, but as you hear, this is not a bad sound to be coming directly out of a camera. And ironically, what ended up being a problem for me was one of the biggest selling points for me in the beginning. And that is that this is so super lightweight. I loved it. I love it for the fact that it fits on all of my tripods. I can carry it easily. If I put a small enough, they have a 20 millimeter lens that goes on this, I believe, that is super, super thin. And it's a pancake lens. And if you put that on here, you can literally just slip this in your back pocket like your phone and it wouldn't poke out very much. But because it's so lightweight, I do a lot of photography also. And that lightweight makes it really hard to get a steady shot for a photograph. So I actually ended up having to buy this cage and handle in order to be able to take a good photograph without it being shaky. Because once I do get it really level and ready to go, as soon as I move to hit the button, it starts to shake the camera. Now, it does give you the option of doing touchscreen on the actual display. I haven't really worked in that because I don't know, tell me in the comments if you think I'm silly, but I want to push the button, you know, like it's a camera. I want to be able to push the button for it. So maybe the touchscreen will help with that, but I just opted to get the cage. The cage also comes with all of these 1/4-inch holes. So you're able to screw in different mounts and different things on there, which you can't do with this. If you do want to take a picture with a flash, it comes with a built-in flash, but just like every built-in flash on a camera, it's not that great. Now, would I recommend this as a great first-time camera? Absolutely. This is one of the best cameras on the market for beginners. I have never regretted my decision to buy this camera, not once. I will promote this camera till the day I die, even when I will upgrade one day to a more expensive camera. And even when I do, I'm still gonna tell people to buy this one as a starter. I'm still gonna keep this one because I love this camera. Like, if you think I'm crazy, go check out my Instagram and look at some of the photos I've taken recently with this. It's a beautiful camera. Like I said, it does color really well. It shoots in raw format for still photos. It shoots. I've downloaded C-Log onto it for video. So it's a really good camera. Don't get me wrong on that. It's just, if I were to go back, if someone were to give me this one and the M50 and let me try each for a month, I probably wouldn't have bought this one. But that's because the M50 has a viewer on it. This one doesn't. Like I said, you only have the view screen. You don't have a viewer on the top or anywhere else. And the M50 has a better grip on the front and it's a little bit heavier. So I think I would have probably bought that just because I wouldn't have had to buy the cage, but I probably still would have bought the cage, to be honest with you, because, you know, if I want to do a focus pull on here, I need to mount it to something, so, I mean, a cage isn't a bad thing to have. I just think for what I was doing, I might have been just as good to have just stuck with the M50. I'm going to go ahead and put a link for both. If you buy brand new, I believe the M50 is about $100 more. But if you're buying refurbished on Amazon, you can get them for within $20, $30 of each other. At least you could when I bought it. I don't know that I have anything else really to say about it. It's a good, strong camera. It's not what I would think is the best camera for vlogging, but it's a good camera, and I definitely highly suggest, if you know, having that hand grip or having a viewer, if you are just gonna set a camera up at 1080, you don't have a microphone, you don't have, if your choice is, I either need to purchase this because it's within my budget or continue to film on my phone, and I don't want to film on my phone, then yeah, go with the camera. If the choice is between this or buying third-party lenses for your phone so you can get the depth of field, go with the M200. If you have the ability to choose between the M200 and another comparable camera like the M50 or the Sony A6400, then check those guys out and see if what they offer is better than what you can get here. But as far as mirrorless cameras go, yeah, this is definitely on the top of my list. Okay guys, that's pretty much all I had. Like I said, like and subscribe. If you got anything out of this, let me know in the comments. If you have any other questions about the camera, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, until the next video, guys, I just want you to stay safe, stay healthy, keep editing, and God bless. You have a great week.